welcome to the channel. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Join me on today's video where I'll be doing a double unboxing on Rdunae, Retangula, whatever you want to call them. Now, top left corner will tell you that these watches have been sent in to me for free by Rdunae. I will also link the store and it's their official store on AliExpress. For the longest time, Retangula were selling to all these agents on AliExpress, and it was very difficult to get in touch with the actual creators themselves. So long story short, I got in touch with them a while back and they did promise to send out some watches. Now, these two watches, I have to say, are brand new releases. One in particular I've been wanting for maybe the best part of a year, but I didn't get around to getting it. And they've made a new version since. And the one on my right is a new release. And I'm super gassed about getting this one open. So let's start off with the first on my left on the green box. You guys are aware of Retangula's packaging. They use this super hard military style, whatever case you want to call it. It does a fantastic job of protecting your obviously watches, and it does kind of suit the theme as well. Great packaging in my opinion. Let's take it out. Very simple, nothing fancy to look at inside. Spring bars as usual. They have provided some rubber keeps for the bracelet, or the strap should I say, and a sort of a booklet giving you instructions and whatever else. So we don't need any of that right now. We need the watch in hand. So this is the newly released version 2 Tuna Homage. Now, this is not homaging just any old Seiko Tuna. This is homaging Seiko's, I believe it was a Zaku Tuna Homage. Seiko, now and then come out with limited edition watches, paying homage to various sort of pop culture, etc. And I believe this is for Gundam Wing. But I'll be honest, it's not something I've seen. So, if I talk too much about it, I'll end up making some mistakes. So I won't talk too much about the whole Gundam Wing thing. But yeah, so obviously Retangula have gone ahead and homaged this. And when they brought this out, maybe a year ago, you guys will remember, they also brought out a sort of a weathered case look. And I absolutely fell in love with it, but I didn't get around to getting one in. But now they've sent one in. This is the new improved version, the version 2. And the model number is R1ZK2. Now, there is a few different things with this watch, and I think specifications are absolutely fantastic. So let's start off with the first thing. You do have a titanium alloy case, and the shroud itself is aviation spec aluminium. So, it is quite solid, and, it feels good as well. Now, they don't offer the battered look. They've got this PVD coating on here, and the color's amazing. I love this deep green color. And, I gotta say, I love everything about it. And, I knew about this watch before. I knew about the Seiko version. And I just thought it's just a different way to look at when you look at, something like a Seiko Tuna. And I love that Retangula went all the way in and they've done something so good. I mean, this watch would have cost them quite a fair bit because there's nothing that they can borrow from other sellers or other factories, etc. Everything is unique to this watch. The dial, the hands, the chapter ring, most of it anyway. So just to give you a couple of specs, you've got a domed sapphire crystal as you'd expect. You've got a sapphire bezel insert, which is loomed. And I already mentioned the construction materials. You've got a screw down crown, screw down case back, of course, and you've got 500 meters of water resistance. Now, Rdunae did reach out and tell me that this passed at over 600 meters. So they did form a test on a particular version or a particular one, and it is capable of doing more than 500 meters, which I think is fantastic. It brings that functional aspect to this watch. I think you've got this lock button direction, very tactical feel. Let's check the screw down crown. Wow, that's a nice thick crown. I think that might be easily 8 or 9 millimeters in size. Some really nice striking features. PVD coated bezel, and it is a 120 click bezel. Ooh, that doesn't sound the best though. That's a bit disappointing. Very loud, but we'll check that in the full review. Retangula have come out with some really great pieces. Look at the monsters that they made. Very unique in their own right, and I like the straps they use. They stay very on point with their branding and with the theme. Just look at some of the details. I'll give you a little sneak peek on the dial. Just look at some of the details present. Such a fantastic watch, I gotta say. Case back as well. On point branding. I love this about Retangula. Just look at that keep there on the strap. a lot of detailing gone into this. Of course, it's a massive watch as well. I think it's around 56mm, so it is for the big boys, definitely. So the price for this watch is around £220 or $300. Considering the specifications and how far they've gone with the Homage and how well they've designed this watch, I think it is easily justifiable. Great specs, and it feels awesome in hand. Not too sure about the bezel just yet, but I'll put this away now so I don't keep talking about this and save some for the review for everyone. Okay, let's put that away. Now, the next one, I actually wasn't even aware this is out. Somebody in the subscriber section mentioned something, and I went and had a look, and I was like, cool. This is the 6105-8110, or aka Cap't Willard Homage, and they've done such an amazing job with this. Now, I don't know if you remember, Retangula did release a 6105-8000 series, and they did that in 3 different colors, so the black and gold, the black, and they also did that sandblasted version, and I absolutely love that watch. I actually revisited it with the version 2. I reviewed that as well, and they were just fantastically built watches, very on point. The little things like using an aluminium bezel insert over a ceramic, I absolutely love the boldness of that choice. They're not just going for specs. A couple of people did moan that it's not ceramic, etc., but you know, for me that doesn't matter. The overall look of the watch matters, and I think the look that you get with the aluminium bezel insert you don't get with a ceramic bezel insert. So anyway, back to the watch in hand. As you can see, it is quite different from what we have out there. There is a hell of a lot of homages to this one particular model. There's loads and loads out there. Right now, what they've done different is they have color matched the bezels to the actual crowns, depending on what color you go for. You also have a signed crown with a lock symbol, and it just looks really well built. It looks so on point, and the main thing is, which people are gonna love, is that domed crystal. That is the main thing that has been missing from a lot of homages out there, is that they go for, you know, flat sapphire crystals, whereas they need that domed chamfered sapphire crystal. You also know that rehaut area is also gold, and the coinage bezel looks incredible. A lot of attention to detail here, and of course they give it to us on a very retro chocolate bar strap, which again, you know, as I said, they love to stay on point. The turtle on the case back, and let's give the bezel a little listen. That is so smooth, mechanical, just how I like the bezels to sound and feel. So really happy to get these watches in, and I can't wait to review them. Price for this, the model number is the R2X, but we know it as the Cap't Willard. It's around $192, 140 odd pounds, which again I think is a very reasonable price. You know, they're not there to be the cheapest, but you can clearly tell with the quality that you have in hand. And you know, throughout my channel here, I have reviewed a fair few Rdunaes. Not all of them hit the mark. Glad to see they got these models out and something just so on point. So yeah, if you haven't subbed, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on these reviews. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the full review shortly.